Hello and welcome to today's live stream, today's live play, we'll call it. I'm going to hide this whole apparatus set up now. It works pretty well, and at least it works for me. Hopefully it's working for you. Hi, Chad. Thanks for joining me today for today's live cast. I think we're all set up to go here. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do. I can kind of hear an echo in I have like my little earbuds off to the side for the phone sound here, but everything else is here. We're going to be playing with Boonlake, one of the newer realms, and Architects of the West Kingdom, and Charterstone. These are the realms that we are playing with today. Hey, Dominic. Hey, Garrett. And I do have a little bit of a fun announcement here. So Boonlake, Charterstone, Architects of the West Kingdom. And while we're not going to be playing with it today, I did want to reveal the new realm. So here, we can do it face up like this. So today, I am revealing the 3 new realms that we will have on our web store on January 31st, not July. Oh, I switched it around here. I always forget which direction. There we go. Now it's the right way up. So obviously Wormspan. Wormspan goes on sale. It launches on our web store on January 31st. So obviously we have that, has the new tearaway edge up here. And we have some realms that we made before we printed this with the old packaging. I'm going to reveal those realms to you right now. So the first of those 2 realms is Obsession. I'm so excited to have an Obsession-based realm. Carell did an amazing job designing this realm with some ideas from Obsession designer Dan Halligan. So we will have an Obsession realm coming on January 31st. And the last realm is Crusaders. I believe the full name of the game is Crusaders Thy Will Be Done. We just used the Crusaders name, and this is from designer Seth Jaffe. Let's see if Seth actually did design. Yeah, Seth did design this realm with obviously development from Carell and I. So yes, these are the 3 new realms that will be on our web store on January 31st. And I said that I would spoil for each round this week. I'm going to spoil what each of these realms looks like. So let's do that right now for the Wormspan realm. So this is the Wormspan realm. I'll leave that up on camera here while I talk about it. Here is the realm itself. So it says write a number in the leftmost empty cavern in any row to gain the reward. Per row, numbers must ascend left to right. So if I write in this column, and you can see it, there's a little must be greater than or equal to then. So they must ascend left to right, greater than or equal to. So if I write down a 1 right here, I have to write down either a 1 or a higher number in that same row. I could write down all 1s if I wanted to. You'll score 1 star, and you gain a little resource there. You gain 1 star per completed row, and then for completed columns, score 1 star if you meet their specific goal. All numbers are different in the column, and all numbers are the same, and all numbers are increasing top to bottom. Oh, I see. So yeah, so these are the different goals. So these want different. This column wants different. This one wants the same, and this one wants increasing from top to bottom. So increasing numbers going that way. So the biggest number at the bottom. So we kind of have a way where you have a lot of flexibility in terms of the numbers that you write down here. But you have little goals that you're trying to meet for these extra stars down here. So yeah, that is the Wormspan realm. You can see I kind of have, this is one of the realms that had the wrong coding on it. We've since fixed that problem, of course, but this is one of my early test copy of this realm. So yeah, that is Wormspan, one of the realms coming soon. Let's jump in and start playing Boonlake, Charterstone, and Architects of the West Kingdom. Here's the first roll. A 4 and a 5. 4 and a 5. All right, what do we want to do with these numbers? So in Boonlake, use a number and pay the cost to outline a lever. At any time, you may mark the area below the outlined lever to gain the left side benefit. Score 1 star per outlined lever where you didn't gain the left benefit. Great choice in Boonlake. So I have 4 and a 5, so I could do either of these levers here. I don't have any resources to spend yet, but maybe I could get one from one of these other realms. I could certainly put a 5 over in Architects and get a heart. Did that work? Yeah, let's try that, I think. Let's put a 5 right here. And let's put, so there's the 5. We get a heart. And we'll put the 4. We'll put the 4 over here, spending that heart. So use the 4 right here to outline this lever. So any point during this round, if we want, I can fill in this lever, cross it off to gain a coin and a pumpkin. I don't think I want to do that on the first turn. We don't necessarily need the full 9 turns to complete Charterstone, so we'll hold off on doing that. Turn 2. A 1 and a 2, a low roll. I like 1s specifically for Charterstone. So I'd like to use the 2 in Charterstone if possible. So I'll use the 2 here to get a pumpkin, and I'll write the 1 down there. So here is the pumpkin from Charterstone. Now I could potentially use that pumpkin here, but I only have a 1 to use now. So I could only use a 1 up here, and I don't have these resources to spend. So let's use the 1 over in Architects of the West Kingdom. Here is a 1. We'll gain a pumpkin from that. 2 pumpkins could be handy on a future turn. Thank you all. I see a lot of different people joining us today. We're playing a round of Rolling Realms. Feel free to play along with me live right now if you want. I can also answer questions as I play. And yeah, if you're watching this in the future, thank you for playing then too. All right, turn 3. What do we have in turn 3? A 2 and a 5. 2 and a 5. 2 and a 5 in turn 3. So the 2 actually works really well here in Architects, where I want ascending numbers right there. So I might go for that. Let's go with the 2 right here and get a star from Architects. Also, at some point, I can get 4 stars from up here, but at some point, I'll need to spend a pumpkin using a 5, which I could have done this turn, or use a 6. And I have to cross that off, so I can only do each of those once. I've used the 2. I need to use the 5 elsewhere. Could use it here. That's a legitimate place to do it. Might think about doing that. Also, the 5 in this pumpkin, I kind of like that. And I do need to remember that I can use these levers at any time if I've completed the lever. This one's a little bit easier to get, in my opinion. Although that is a nice payoff. This is just use any number there without a payment. Or not any number. Use the 3, 4, 5 without a payment to get 2 coins. Super helpful. But I have to actually use that lever to do it. So let's use the 5 while I'm here. We'll use the 5 right here in that pumpkin. Don't have to gain anything yet. I can if I want to. I think I still have a little bit of time for Charterstone. Let's say I need 5 more turns, then ideally a 6th. I have 6 more turns left, so maybe I need to do something. Although I'd rather keep these 1s down here. We'll see. We'll see if we get a little bit lucky in Charterstone. Turn 4. All right, now I need to start to take action everywhere. 4 and a 2. Hopefully I didn't wait too late to do anything here. 4 and a 2. 4 goes perfectly here in Architect. So let's put that 4 right there. Get the star. Easy peasy there. The 2. All the cost of the 2 levers are pretty expensive, so I'm hesitant to use those. 2 is actually taken here, though, so maybe I have to do that. So which of these levers do I need to do? I need another pumpkin. So I'm going to use this lever right here. Use that lever to get a coin and a pumpkin. There's a coin, there's a pumpkin. Then I'm going to use those 2 pumpkins for this area right here. That lever. Use the 2 pumpkins. And sorry, I got a phone call on the phone there. That kind of throws things off a little bit. I think I need to take that call, but they called at the wrong time. I'll call them back in a few minutes. So let's see. Got the 4 and the 2. Got that taken care of. I haven't used that lever yet, but I need to use it for Charterstone, or I need to use a lever for Charterstone. And this is a very lucrative lever. So let's. Oh, I know I could just use that 1. Let's use this 1 without using another lever. There's a 1. We'll create a 1 right there and mark a 2 down here. Remember, you have to mark or write a rolled number down here in the crates on Charterstone. All right, that was turn 4. Let's go to turn 5. Oh, there's a, looks like a 6. Yeah, 6 and a 5. 6 and a 5. So the 6 is now the time to do this one in Architects, or do I wait a little bit longer? We'll have to see about that. Doesn't really work out well for these crates. I'd love to have a 6 and a 5 and then either a 1 or a 2 down below here. That didn't happen. If I can get a coin, I could fill in this lever. What to do here? And neither of those numbers are good for the actual rows here. So it might be a good time to do this one. If I can get a pumpkin and a heart. So I need a heart. I need a heart. So I need to probably use a lever. Let's go ahead and use this lever. This gives me one of everything. That's really good. One pumpkin, one heart, one coin. We'll use both of these. So let's use the 6 right here for a pumpkin. Costs a pumpkin and a heart. That gives me a star and a coin. Star and a coin. And let's use the 5 over here in Boonlake. Cost me a coin right there to get a pumpkin and a heart. So now I have one of each resource. That's great. Unfortunately, I can't do anything in Charterstone, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll try to we'll catch up to the best of our ability in Charterstone. And so far, I've only used 2 of these levers, so things are looking pretty good. Ideally, I would not use any more levers if I can help it. Turn 6. A 1 and a 3. I like that a lot. I like a 1 and a 3 because I can use the 3 right here and write down a 1 down there. That's a heart. And now I haven't used the 1 yet, so I can use the 1 with 2 hearts over here. Do I want to? I think I want to. The 3 is pretty tempting and important to use over here too, though. That's okay. I will use, I think the right call is to use the 1 over here with the 2 hearts. So I will use the 2 hearts and the 1 over here in Boonlake. To not gain anything, just circle that in. Chat says, Wormspan got me thinking of cave tours. Ever taken one? Mammoth Cave was amazing as a kid. I grew up in Virginia, and we have a cave system called the Luray Caverns. And so I remember going there at least once as a kid and was pretty amazed. I think as an adult, I might be even more amazed because I don't know, it's pretty incredible, the caves that we have access to. Do I want to do anything else? Because I could create a 1 and turn it into a 2 to put here and still have a 1 right there. I don't know if that's the right call, though. But I know as well that I need a lot of numbers to keep going in Architects of the West Kingdom. In fact, I'm 1 number behind already. I must have missed one of these turns. So, and I do have a lot of resources available in Boonlake. Let's give it a shot. Why not? Here's a 1. We'll convert it to a 2 and put it right there and gain 2 hearts. Okay, turn 7. I do want to let people know that using the StreamYard system, if you're on Facebook, I can't see your name. I can only see Facebook users. So if you're popping in to say hi, let me know who you are so I can say hi to your name too. Garrett says that Luray is amazing. He lives near Annapolis, so he's been there a couple times. Yeah, Luray Cavern. 2 and a 6 here. 2 and a 6. What can we do with those numbers? So 6 and a 2 could work over here. 6, I can't do anything over here, which is fine. 6 isn't ideal over here either. Let's definitely use the 6. I wish I could have used that 2 right there. Here's the 6, and I'll write down a 2, gain a coin. What do I do now? 2 and the 6. I could use the 2 right here, but I don't have another coin. The 6. What in the world do I do with that 6? I guess I could just use it right here. That definitely knocks off getting the star. But I think I have to do that. So we'll put the 6 right there and gain 2 pumpkins. I think that's the best I can do for right now. Oh, I keep forgetting that I could use these levers. I don't want to because I want to gain stars from them, but I could use them. I didn't in that case. And I'm okay with that. I'm going to go on to turn 8 and see how it works out. Hey, Jonathan. This is Jonathan for Facebook. Yeah, Facebook user Jonathan. Mark is joining us today as well. Mark, I did talk about the new realms earlier in this live cast. A 2 and a 1. 2 and a 1. So I do need the 2 right there at some point. I could use either number to start crossing off some crates, which I think I will do here. And the 1, I do need a 1 in Architect. So let's use the 1 right here to get a star. Let's use the 2 over here in Charterstone to get, oh, is that the right call? Do I want to do that? Yeah, I do. Because that's 2 stars. Now, I haven't done anything in Boonlake in a few turns now. So I might continue that trend and not do anything. I don't have the coins to spend. So yeah, I might just wait one more turn and hope to get a 3, 4, or 5. I also need a 1 and a 5. 3, 4, 5, 5. Kevin says it's the first time he's played along live since the initial videos in 2020. That was a long time ago, almost this time of year, 4 years ago. He says it's a challenge not to be able to pause. Yeah, you gotta keep up with what I'm doing here. You'll probably score higher than I am, though. All right, final roll here. Give me a 5. 5 would be great. 6 and a 2. All right, definitely not a 5, but I could manipulate that 6 into a 5. 6 and a 2. Ooh, those are the 2 numbers that do not fall in this middle row of Boonlake that I really need to fill in. I also didn't roll a 1, but I can create a 1 with this coin, which I will probably do. Let's go ahead and do that. There's a coin. There's a 1 and a 1. So there's a few more stars from Charterstone. That's great. Can I get another lever, though, is the question. I certainly can. I can manipulate this 2 into a 3 and get one of these levers. Let's do that. 2 into a 3. Here's a lever. And now I have the 6 to use. I could use it right here, but I would need a pumpkin. Yeah, I don't really know how to use the 6. I can't put it here. I can't put it here. I can't put it here. So I might just get a free resource from that 6. But then could I do so? We'll do that first. I'll get a free resource. Can I do something cool with that free resource? I don't think so, unless I want to start using these levers, which I don't want to do. So I will just take the free resource. That's a decimal of a star here. Okay. So we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4 levers unused. Boonlake is such an interesting realm. When do you use those levers? Do you use them? Do you save onto them? Tough to determine. 4, 4, 4 all the way across, and then 0.3. So that is a 12.3 for me. Let me know if you're watching what you scored, and compare it. If you're watching this in the future, remind me that I got a 12.3, so I can see how you did. Beverly on Facebook says, didn't quite understand Boonlake. It is a different realm to understand this idea that you can use the levers when you're ready. You have to pay these costs. It can be pretty expensive. But thank you for playing, Beverly. Yeah, I feel like I did okay there. Boonlake, I'm sure there's a way to play that really well. Charterstone, you're left a little bit to the whims of the dice. Kevin also scored a 12.3. We tied on this round. And Architects probably could have gotten all the stars here if I really focused a little bit better on that. Depends on the numbers a little bit, but has a nice flexible aspect to it in terms of how and when you get those stars. Jonathan Hobson had a 12.3 as well. A lot of 12.3s today. And again, just to remind you all, the new realms that I revealed are Wormspan, Obsession, and Crusaders. I did reveal what Wormspan looks like, the cave system used there. And we'll talk about Obsession tomorrow. I'll show you what that realm looks like. Thank you all for playing. I'll be back at this same time tomorrow. Or if you're watching in the future, thank you for playing in the future. And let me know how you did compared to my score of 12.3. Take care. Bye.